first we have is, we just have two decisions. Our first decision is on Port String Binghamton LLC, 352 Dune Road. Nobody's here for that, right? You are? Oh, right, 352 Dune Road, okay, of course. Well, we have a written decision to, the board has a decision to approve that variance. So I'm gonna make a motion that we go ahead and accept that decision as written.
Second.
Second by Jim. You guys all in favor of that?
Yeah.
Joe?
Aye.
Okay, good. The next one is the Hamptons Landmark LLC, 87 Hazelwood Avenue. That was for the use variance. So again, we have a decision to go ahead and approve that variance. So I'd like to make a motion that we approve, that we accept that variance as, decision rather, as written. Have a second, gentlemen?
Second.
Second by John. All in favor?
Aye.
All righty. So we get into our holdovers. And the first one is Jim Badzik on 27 Sedgwick Avenue. We have a request from the attorney in that to hold it over till our March meeting. I'm going to make a motion. We hold it over for all purposes. Second by John. All in favor?
Aye.
16 Fanning Holding. Actually, we've already decided to hold that one over, I thought, right? No, not that one. I make a motion. We hold that over till our next meeting.
Second.
Second by Joe. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, it was the Michael Jesselson 49 Bayfield. We also have a request to hold that over to March. So I make that motion.
Second.
Second by Jimmy, all in favor? Okay, good. Now we're into our new applications. Who is here for Chris and Janet Angelina at 519 Dune Road? The applicant requests variances from 197 AD for a proposed trellis easterly over an existing front balcony with a yard setback principal of 53.9 feet, with a minimum required is 75 feet. And from 197-29-1 for proposed trellis westerly, representing a prohibited increase in degree of nonconformity of the dwelling with pre-existing substandard front, 62.6 feet proposed, 75 feet is required. And side yard setback, 17.7 proposed, and 20 feet is required.
Good evening. I'm Jackie Morley from Toomey, Latham, Shea, Kelly, Dubin, and Cordero in Riverhead. I'm here on behalf of the applicants, Chris and Janet Andelina, in regards to their property at 519 Dune Road.
Mhm.
I'm also here with Herbert Dollies from Leonard Krakowski Architects. He'll speak a little bit later. I'm just going to go briefly through the background and I'll pass it over to him. I have some visuals that he provided that I'll hand out if that's okay at the beginning, so you can be looking at it.
That'd be great, yeah. You can just give them to Joe. We can pass them down, make it easier. Thank you.
What you'll see is the first page is the proposed or the imagined rendering, and then the second page is what's existing right now, as well as the third page. So, as noted, this is an application for addition of two trellises over two existing balconies on the front of the dwelling. The western balcony is proposed at 17.7 feet, where 20 is required for the side yard, and the eastern is 53.9, where 75 is required for the front yard. The clients purchased this property in 2022. Previously, this property was before this board in 2021 for legalization of the pool. This is the previous owners.
We remember.
Yep, it wasn't that long ago. Just to make sure that we're on the same page, in that application, obviously it included a variance for the Seahall line here. We are enamored of that, so no need for that variance here. I'm just going to go quickly just through the standards, and then I'll pass it over to Herb. Because these are already pre-existing, and as you can see in the second and third page, you'll see that all we're doing is adding these two open air trellises on the top of those top two balconies. We're not going any higher, and because of that, it's already disturbed, and then for any adverse impacts to the environment, we can't foresee any. It's not, like I said, not changing the height. Not going to change the character of the neighborhood, nor will they cause any detriments to the neighboring properties. This is very much in line with other houses right next to here and right around here. Have similar balconies as well. And because they're already existing, and this is probably the least invasive and most feasible way to achieve what the applicants want here, which is just, some additional shade, and they're really just trying to open up the front of this building, which is kind of a very, heavy mass of, closed space, at least both visually and for when they are on the balconies themselves. And although we acknowledge that this is self-created, this is very minimal and not substantial, and in line with already is existing on the property. So if there are no questions for me at this time, I'll hand it over to Herb to go further.
Great. Yeah, just, the only question I had is kind of what you call a trellis. This is just cable railings is what I'm seeing.
So it's actually, it's the white, that white section on top. Yeah. I don't know, I don't know if there's a better word for it, but we described it as a trellis.
Or the portico.
Portico, we'd said that too.
Pergola.
Pergola, there-
Yeah, because I mean, a trellis to me was always been, something you put up that plants grow up.
Yes, I
I looked
agree.
up the
So,
definition, so I was just looking at trellis. I just want to make sure we got the,
okay.
now,
So-
thank you
So
for
all we're
the,
talking about is
the
this,
pictures,
yeah,
yeah.
this white part up here, and then you can see it, it'll just be in line with everything else. But on your second page, it's already there. The balcony it's leading into is already there. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Hi, good evening, board members. My name is Herb Bardalis. I'm here on behalf of Leonard Krakowski Architect. I'd just like to speak a little bit about our proposed design. As you can see in the page 2 and 3, there's three balconies. One balcony on we call the first floor, and two balconies on the second floor. What we're proposing is just to get rid of that low wall that's a railing now and just replace it with cable railing to kind of open up those balconies and make it feel a little bit more airy. The massing of this building is quite, quite feels heavy in some sense, right? With this proposed a cable railing and these trellis with, pergola, right? It adds as a sun shading device so that those balconies are more usable for their owner. So, and that's pretty much our biggest, design intent behind what you see here.
So you're not increasing any of the nonconformity at all, the way I look at this, right?
Well, not necessarily.
You're not creating any new space or anything else. It's just utilizing the space that's already there.
Correct.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
No, we're not. It really is just adding on top of what is there already. And I know that because of how far out that to the eastern front balcony reaches out, the changes on the lower balcony are not in play either. So,
Great. I don't have anything else for you guys. Any board member?
No, good.
I guess you're for the next application. Do you have anything on this one you want to chime in on?
Good.
Okay, guys, thank you very much. I'm going to make a motion that we close this hearing for decision at our next meeting.
Second.
Second by Joe, we're all in favor.
All right.
Have a great night. Thank you very much. Okay. All righty. Now into Marco Receiver, 18 Stillwater's Lane applicant requests variance from 197-6D to construct an addition with a side yard setback of 20 feet, where the minimum required is 30 feet and resulting combined side yard setback of 51.9 feet, where the minimum required is 70 feet for the applicant.
Yes, I'm the applicant. Edward Moulter from the Office of Josh Jacob Architecture, 700 Lakeland Avenue, Suite 2A1, Bohemia, New York, 11716.
Great.
Marco and his wife would like to add an addition to their existing home. We would have been in front of you guys, even if we did meet all the setbacks, because the piece of property that we have is non-conforming. It's a pie-shaped piece of property, so we don't have the required front yard width.
Mm-hmm.
So anything we would do there would require a variance. Marco and his wife have a pretty large family. They have both of their parents living with them as well as they have a couple children.
Mhm.
They typically utilize the house as a weekend house. I believe they live in Manhattan for their primary residence. They're looking to add a 1,400 square foot, one-story addition to the south side of the house.
Mm-hmm.
And at the closest point of the addition, we're at 20 feet, where we're required to have 30 feet.
Right.
I have a full-size set of prints and I have a small-size set of prints. I think you guys are
We have
looking at a
those.
small-size set of prints as
We
well.
have that with the application, I believe.
Yep.
So one question I have with this, are they planning on raising the house when they do this addition?
They're building the new addition at a higher level. The main center of the house, I believe, is at required height for the floodplain. The left side of they did an addition, I think, in early 2000s.
Mhm.
That was on the left side or the north side of the house, and it's 2 steps up to that addition, and it'll be 2 steps up to the new addition that we're planning on doing now.
So it'll meet the FEMA requirement.
Correct.
So they didn't have to get relief when they did the addition in 2000.
They did not. I don't believe they did.
Okay.
What flood zone is it in? Because it shows the first floor elevation at 6.8. There's a note that says AE7 on here.
Mhm.
I have a
8.7, so it'd have to be 9 feet, right?
Yeah, it needs to be 9 feet. There is a provision within FEMA that if you're making a horizontal addition, we can look at that, if that is conforming, we don't have to go back and raise the whole dwelling, but it's something I have to look at with the.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, that's something, that's a consideration, obviously. I just wanted to make sure you knew that. Because no matter what this board decides, if you're gonna go forward, that would.
That's gonna be work it out with Brad. the
Brad,
building
would
department.
have to be
Yep.
worked out with Brad. So, what you're saying, there's no other alternative? You can't just put a second story on the house?
They were tossing it back and forth of
Yeah.
doing second story as opposed to first story.
Right.
Both of their parents are very old, so they would
Uh-huh.
like to keep it as few as many steps as possible.
No, I can
I
understand
believe that the owner's parents are gonna be in the new wing. So they, every bedroom that we've added is almost like an ensuite that has its own bathroom, has its own walk-in closet.
that. Mhm.
I believe both of their parents are gonna be in the new area. And then they have some grown children that have grandchildren, great-grandchildren and stuff that will be staying in the other bedrooms.
Okay, so now when I studied the plans here, it looks like your closest point is at 20 feet, then it goes
Correct.
out to
And then it
29
pies out and
point-
gets a little larger, correct?
Goes out to 29 point.
29.16, correct,
29 point,
16,
yeah, so you don't meet the 30 foot anywhere. Huh?
yes. I don't even believe the house existing even meets I know it meets the 30, but it doesn't meet the aggregate.
Total side yard setback, it
Correct.
doesn't meet? What
So
are the
it's-
total side yard setbacks?
The aggregate was 70.
70.
That's what they need to be.
That's what they need, and we're providing 56.08.
51 point.
I'm sorry.
That's proposed, right?
Mhm.
Proposed. So you meet the 30 feet on the other side.
Yeah, they do.
You meet the 30 feet on the one side, they
Yes.
just need the relief
They
from
do.
this. Okay,
You're 31 and change on the other side.
yeah, that's right, okay.
So I see you average out about 25 feet, 20 being the closest.
Yeah, thereabouts.
Now, it doesn't seem to impact the neighbors to your right that much, the way these houses are situated.
Correct. Yeah, I think the house that's to the right, I think where you have your pen is their driveway. So
Yeah.
Their house is greatly off that
Yep.
side yard property line.
One of the concerns I have is the mechanicals here.
Uh-huh.
Now, you've got, condensers and pool equipment here.
I'm thinking you're gonna move that to the back end of that shaded rectangle, kind of right where your pen is right now.
Right,
Right there.
well, that would be,
I'm thinking they're gonna put them there.
Oh, they
'cause
can't go
that would be
inside
that would
yard.
be one of the conditions that I'd like to see is, in the mechanicals, to the rear.
Okay, that's
But
fine.
they couldn't go, they couldn't.
Right,
go
right now,
inside.
they're on the side where we're actually building the addition, so they
Right.
have to move anyway.
Yeah, well, they
So-
can't be in the side yard.
That's fine. We'll put
Okay,
them in
if
the
we
back.
grant, if we were to grant the variance to approve this, you can't have the side yard.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay,
We'd be okay with that.
thank you for seeing that, Joe.
I have one dumb question. What's a sukkah? Sukkah.
It's almost like a pergola. It has a,
Sure it's not a trellis?
it's like a trellis. It has like a bamboo roof that during their days of prayer, the roof can be rolled up and it can be rolled back out again. It has the illusion that it doesn't have any walls, but it does. I do have a couple glass doors that they can open it up to the. It's a
I was
prayer.
just curious because it's on the survey and
It's a prayer
I've never
room.
heard that before.
Okay.
I don't have, anything else for you, gentlemen. Questions?
All good.
No? That was your only question.
My only question,
Okay.
try to learn something new every day.
At work.
I don't have anything further, so if we're okay with this, you guys don't have any other questions for the applicant, I think we'll, make a motion, we close the hearing for decision. Second by John, we're all in favor? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys. Have a great night.
Have the
You too.
decision, next month. Okay, we don't have anything else on our agenda, so I make a motion, we close our meeting for tonight. Second by Jim, all in favor? All right.
20?
20.
Good job.
Where'd you go on vacation?